Message from UNC political leader Mrs. Kamla Persad Bissessar SC. Tread carefully. Warning for PNM government over $250 million loan weeks before polls. Opposition leader Kamla Persad Bissessar has raised concerns about the government's decision to obtain a $250 million loan from Scotiabank for roadworks, just weeks ahead of the April 28th general election. The loan is being sought by the National Insurance Property Development Company, NIPDEC. The Express obtained a copy of the letter of guarantee, dated March 20th, 2025, from the Minister of Finance to Scotiabank, supporting the arrangement between Scotiabank and NIPDEC. At the time, the finance minister was Vishnu Danpal, who had taken the oath of office just days earlier on March 17th, signed off on loan. When contacted by the Express yesterday, NIPDEC chairman Dr. Mariam Abdul-Richards said the government-guaranteed loan was approved by Cabinet months ago, with terms and conditions recently negotiated with Scotiabank. The loan is in the process of being executed, with funds due to be dispersed to pay for pure-approved roadworks that have been completed and are ongoing, she added. Contacted for comment yesterday, Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said, "You would have to speak to the Minister of Finance, Vishnu Danpal. Speak to him. We don't deal with loans. We don't have the documents. The only person is the Ministry of Finance. We don't borrow money or account for money." Transparency red flag. Persad Bissessar, however, told the Express yesterday that a United National Congress, UNC government, would not allow the matter to go unchecked. "I am deeply concerned by the PNM government's sudden move to acquire a $250 million loan from Scotiabank just weeks before a general election. This bank has had some tremendous luck with financing contracts under the PNM in the last 10 years, she said. "We will scrutinize every loan taken under this government and follow the money trail to find out exactly where your billions went. The people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve answers and justice. Every one of these road paving contracts will be reported to the Office of the Procurement Regulator. I also warn the officials at PURE, Program for Upgrading Road Efficiency, to tread carefully because we will audit every contract that is given out during this election period," she added. She said the loan raises serious red flags about transparency, accountability, and the true motives of the PNM administration. After years of neglecting the nation's crumbling infrastructure, the PNM is now rushing to pave roads at breakneck speed, particularly in marginal constituencies, in a clear attempt to sway voters, she said. Persad Bissessar said she has received numerous complaints from citizens about the haphazard and low-quality roadworks being carried out across the country. She described the effort as a political facade. "It is nothing more than a smokescreen meant to fool the people into believing the government is finally taking action. The truth is, these roadworks are of such poor quality, they likely won't last a year." This is not responsible governance. It is blatant misuse of public funds and yet another example of the billions squandered under this administration. Money that could have gone towards fair wages for public servants and sustainable national development is instead being wasted on political gimmickry, she said. She added that these so-called development projects are nothing more than electioneering tools. They are designed to pump money into the PNM's campaign machinery and, as always, enrich a select few. "We all know who the usual suspects are, those with close ties to the government who benefit every time the nation suffers." Persad Bissessar said that even before the election bell was rung, the country was already caught in a dark and vicious cycle of crime, joblessness, and economic stagnation. Now, in a last-ditch effort to cling to power, the PNM wants you to believe they care. But they are not acting out of concern. They are acting out of desperation, she said. The loan? The first document is a letter from the Ministry of Finance, Office of the Permanent Secretary, dated March 20th, 2025, addressed to Randall Cesar, General Manager, Corporate and Commercial Banking, Scotiabank Trinidad and Tobago. It stated that the Ministry of Finance wished to advise that the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago had agreed that Scotiabank Trinidad and Tobago Limited be awarded the mandate to arrange and fully underwrite a government-guaranteed, non-revolving, fixed-rate loan of $250 million on behalf of the National Insurance Property Development Company Limited to finance PURE. Summary of loan terms and conditions includes loan term 5 years from the date of the initial advance, interest rate 6.40% per annum fixed for 5 years, default rate 2% per annum above the stated interest rate. Interest payable semi-annually in arrears, beginning 6 months after the drawdown date and continuing until maturity. Repayment, 10 equal semi-annual principal payments of $25 million plus interest starting 6 months after drawdown. Interest to be calculated on an actual 365-day basis. The loan is fully underwritten. Loan security, a letter of guarantee signed by the Minister of Finance dated March 20th, 2025, confirmed both the Minister's awareness of the loan and Cabinet's approval. Newly minted Finance Minister Vishnu Dhanpal, who took his oath as minister on March 17th, would have signed off on this. An irrevocable and unconditional deed of guarantee from the government covering 100% of the loan value, including any accrued interest and charges. The deed must be acceptable to the bank and received by April 24, 2025. Legal and administrative costs. All legal costs and out-of-pocket expenses tied to the loan agreement and security arrangements are to be borne by the borrower. Estimated legal fees total $62,606.25, VAT inclusive. The loan may be drawn down upon execution of the loan agreement and satisfaction of all conditions precedent. Drawdown requires at least 2 business days prior notice from the borrower.